Yeah. Running Back Nation, what is good? Sixers sickos, what is good? Thanks for coming back through the little update before we get started. The main channel is going to be back soon. Funny story, when I first got the email back from YouTube support, I also thought that was a scam. So I wasn't responding to the actual YouTuber's YouTube support that was trying to help me get the channel back. Anyway, we're getting there, okay? But thank you for being here on DjEastwoodTV. This is still Running Back Philly. This is still Sixers Postgame Live. You know how it goes with those 10 o'clock games, man. We do the live the next day. Thank you for coming through. This show is brought to you by Bright Medical Technology of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's largest medical supplier and pharmacy, specializing in ambulatory aids like walkers and wheelchairs, oral nutrition, tube feeding supplies, diabetic supplies, including diabetic shoes and glucose monitors, incontinence supplies and catheters. And if you are having trouble breathing, Bright Medical specializes in nebulizers, inhalers, spacers, all breathing medications. Bright Medical accepts most insurance companies, services patients of all ages, and delivers anywhere in Pennsylvania, either by hand delivery or by UPS. They have a staff that speaks 15 languages, and you always speak to a real person. Unlike when your email gets hacked and you're locked out of your YouTube channel, you don't get to speak to a real person. You got to talk to Google Automated Systems for 2 weeks. Bright Medical never has an automated system, and now I got to pop up. If you need any medical supplies, just call Bright Medical, and don't forget to mention Run It Back Philly. Go to brightmedi.com or call 215-725-MEDS. That's 215-725-6337. Let's get down to business. Sixers beat the Warriors. Where'd my chat go? Sixers beat the Warriors 113-94. And the Warriors are currently playing without Steph Curry, without Jimmy Butler. And honestly, when the Warriors made the Jimmy Butler trade, I didn't think anything of it. I like these, and I get they're trying to win in the last couple of years of Steph Curry's career. So it makes sense for the Warriors to go after, veteran players, take some chances on veteran players to try to win now. But it hasn't worked so far. For the Warriors with the Jimmy Butler thing, because Jimmy Butler's always hurt, man. He's always hurt, And this is what I've been seeing around the league recently, the past couple of years, is this transition from a certain era to a new era, and teams just holding on to these guys with big names that were good in 2012. You know what I mean? And it's just wild to me. They keep signing injured players because they were good 10 years ago. Podcast P, for example, or all of these trade talks about Giannis. And it's just like, bro, just look what the winning teams are doing. They're not doing this. And so the Warriors are out there. This is the second time we saw the Warriors this season, led by Pat Spencer and Quentin Post. Like, to me, that's the Warriors right now. They're Pat Spencer and Quentin Post and Pajemski and even what's his name wasn't there, bro. The other dude that they've been trying to trade for a couple of seasons or refused to trade, Kuminga. Even Kuminga wasn't out there. The Sixers were on a back-to-back, and I think my main take from this game is that Steve Kerr had a clear strategy. Double team Tyrese Maxey at half court. Obvious strategy. It's a strategy that everybody should run when you play the Sixers and Joel Embiid's not out there and Paul George is not out there, even though the Paul George verdict is up in the air right now because the 76ers are 3-0 in the Paul George mental health medication suspension era. But yeah, anytime you're playing the Sixers and they don't have Joel Embiid out there and they don't have Paul George out there, and it's like you feel like it's going to be a one-man show. It's going to be Tyrese Maxey, all-star starter, third in the NBA in scoring, leads the league in fast break points. What else can you say about him? So you double-team Maxey at half court, make somebody else beat you. Well, Steve Kerr, I'd like to introduce you to one VJ Edgecombe, because in the wake of Steve Kerr double-teaming Tyrese Maxey at half court from the very start of the game, basically to the end, VJ Edgecombe dropped 25, 7, and 7 and led the Philadelphia 76ers to victory. And that's obviously, it's massive for a 20-year-old player to do that. VJ's confidence and poise and leadership ability is off the charts at such a young age. I'm totally blown away. And I'm happy to see him step up, because he's had some rookie moments this season, of course. He's had some games where he kind of disappears. He's had some games where physical defenses push him around a little bit, get him off balance, and don't let him get comfortable shooting the ball, and then he kind of disappears. But this game, he was very comfortable shooting the ball. The Sixers, they blew the lead at the end of the second quarter. They had a 15 or so point lead at the end, with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and they gave up a 19-5 run to the Warriors, and it was just Buddy Hield and Quentin Post and offensive rebounds, and the Sixers turning the ball over, missing shots, airballing shots, you name it. They gave up a disastrous 19-5 run at the end of the second quarter. At least it didn't happen in the third quarter, right? At least this time it happened before the third quarter. And I was actually in RB Philly Takes live chat, and Sixers fans in there were mad, dude. It was halftime. I think I jumped in there to hear him talk about, the halftime. And people were in the chat. They were angry. And I was like, why is everybody so mad? Because, I wasn't that concerned about it. But people in there were mad. And I said, look, the Sixers are about to have the best third quarter of the season. That's what they're going to have. But we know this Warriors team, it doesn't have the talent to match up even without Joel Embiid out there. And we're going to take care of them in the third quarter. And if you remember the last time the Sixers played this Warriors team, they went all the way to overtime. And when I get mad about the Sixers playing down to competition, I think I mostly get mad when the Sixers have a full roster. When you have Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey, you got 3 max contract players plus VJ Edgecombe, and you're going out there down to the wire with the Sacramento Kings without Russell Westbrook and some other guys. What are we doing here, But you're without 2 guys. The Warriors can score. We know Pat Spencer can score. We know Quentin Post can score. They had some dudes on the glass getting second chance points and things like that in the first half. So I wasn't that concerned about it. Me being the mild-tempered one. And I said they're going to take care of it in the third quarter. I have no doubt. Even the worst third quarter team in the NBA, the 76ers, are about to take care of this game in the third quarter. And they outscored the Warriors 26-16 in the third quarter. So shout out to the 76ers and shout out to Nick Nurse for getting this team to play defense in the third quarter. Wow. Is that a halftime adjustment, Nick Nurse? Is that what that is? They held the Warriors to 16 total points in the third quarter, 23 in the fourth, a total of 39 second half points they held the Warriors to. And that's how they put the game away, defense. And, holding a team to 39 points for an entire half, you're probably going to win the game, right? And that reminds me, I just saw a tweet, actually, as I was setting up to come up here, and I just saw a tweet that said, somebody was talking about Jared McCain and why Quentin Grimes got more minutes than Jared McCain. And again, this game, same reason I've been saying that Quentin Grimes probably gets more minutes than Jared McCain. And Jared McCain will have games, he's coming back slowly. But when you see a game where we gave up 32 in the first quarter, right? And then we give up a 19-5 run in the second quarter, what do you need? You need defense. You need to lock it down. Jared McCain can't defend. Now, look, how many times do we have to explain this to people? Jared McCain can't defend. Quentin Grimes is an elite perimeter defender. And, Quentin Grimes was a big reason and that they held this team to 16 points in the third quarter and 39 total second half points. Of course, VJ Edgecombe's an incredible on-ball defender also at such a young age. But yeah, I thought the main story was the Warriors double-team Tyrese Maxey across half court. VJ Edgecombe made him pay. Kelly Oubre made him pay. He was knocking down threes. Quentin Grimes made him pay. Andre Drummond hit a three in the corner in the fourth quarter. Maybe that was a dagger. Was that a dagger? Andre Drummond hits a three in the fourth quarter? In the corner? Maybe that was a dagger, man. So I had faith that they were going to take care of it, and they took care of it. And honestly, VJ Edgecombe, a play that really stood out to me, the very start of the fourth quarter. ISO. Drives left, step back, mid-range jumper, in a defender's grill, splash. That is a shot, and he had another one a couple of possessions after that on the right side, getting like right around the elbow, mid-range jumper, right over the defender, bang. That is a shot that if VJ Edgecombe starts making consistently as he develops over the years, he could become unstoppable. When you see him making shots like that, like, yeah, we know he's 6'5", 200. He's a phenomenal athlete. He's incredibly athletic. He might be one of the fastest guys in the NBA. He can jump higher than maybe everybody. But when he's making shots like that, those are veteran NBA player shots. Those are veteran star NBA player shots. To walk somebody down and just two dribbles, step back, mid-range, ice in his veins, bang. I'm setting the tone here in this fourth quarter. That's veteran NBA stuff. And if he can do stuff like that consistently, this kid can become an NBA superstar. Real talk. And that's why I love that the 76ers put out immediately, VJ's off the table. VJ's off the table. You know, they said that Daryl Morey did the same thing with Tyrese Maxey. He saw the potential, and he said, he's off the table, bro. I don't care. You know, what was it initially? A Damian Lillard trade from Portland? Daryl said, Maxey's not on the table. And then in the James Harden trade talks, Maxey's not on the table. And now we're right back in the same situation. VJ's not on the table. You know? Whoever else is, Ja Morant, whoever else, VJ's not on the table. Because you could see when Maxey was 20 years old, the level of confidence and poise and work ethic, right? You see the same thing from VJ Edgecombe. And Maxey became what you knew he had the potential to become. VJ could do that also. Maybe even at a higher level. Maybe Anthony Edwards level, or maybe face of the league level. Maybe MVP level. He's off the table. So I loved what VJ Edgecombe did to set the tone in that fourth quarter. And Adem Bona was out of his mind in the first half. Monster dunks left and right. Loved it. But yeah, that's really all my takes on this game. It's Pat Spencer and Quentin Post, and the Sixers took care of business like they were supposed to. And, you know, there wasn't too much to be upset about, except that 19-5 run at the end of the second quarter was really it. It was really the only time the Warriors did anything. And they put them away in the third. They continued in the fourth. Game over, you know. And I'm not too concerned. I know some people are out here like Maxey this or Maxey that, or Maxey needed to step up. Maxey can't finish the game with only 14 points. This is people that just box score watch. And by the way, I couldn't even rewatch the entire game. I couldn't even rewatch the whole broadcast. I'm going to talk about that in a minute because I have a rant. I have a bit of an unk rant about technology in this stream, okay? But people that didn't watch the game and just saw Maxey's stat line, they're like, Maxey got to step up when Joel Embiid's not out there. How do you let the Warriors hold you to 14, 4, and 3? Watch the game, bro. You don't even have to watch the game. Watch the highlight reel. He got double teamed at half court every single time he crossed half court. You know, he only shot the ball 9 times. And so I'm not holding anything against Maxey. Plus, he was on a back-to-back. He plays 40 minutes a game. Maybe he was tired, you know? Maybe he was tired. Let me bring this up here. And then we're going to talk about some NBA trade deadline stuff. We're going to talk about some NBA trade deadline stuff too. So stick around. Thank you for being here. Be active in the chat. Kelly gave us 15, 6, and 3 on a +7. Andre Drummond, 12 and 12. We're going to see. Look, 6 offensive rebounds. We're going to see. We're going to see if Andre Drummond gets traded at the deadline for tax purposes. His rebounding ability is so valuable for this team. And there was a slew of games where Nick Nurse didn't even play him. Remember that last week? It was like, where the hell's Andre Drummond? The Sixers are getting out-rebounded by $1 billion. Sacramento Kings, I'm pretty sure he didn't play a minute in that game. And we got out-rebounded by $1 billion. And we gave up 18 offensive rebounds and 24-0 in second chance points. And we didn't have Andre Drummond on the floor. So I don't really understand what's going on. The excuse to me was that Andre Drummond's getting traded, so they don't want to play him. But then closer to the trade deadline, you start playing him? I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand Nick Nurse. I never will. Same way I didn't understand Doc Rivers. It is what it is. But 12 points, 12 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds for Andre Drummond, 6 more offensive rebounds for Dominic Barlow in this one. This guy just had 10 offensive rebounds last night. Dominic Barlow, 16 offensive rebounds in 2 games. He's off the table also. The 3 untouchables on the 76ers, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Dominic Barlow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Grimes had 10, 5, and 3. Jared McCain, a goose egg in 8 minutes. Only shot the ball twice. Yeah, I mean, what were we supposed to do? Quentin Grimes was playing well. He was 4 for 9 from the field. He was 2 for 6 from 3-point range. Quentin Grimes had one of those buckets in that second quarter that put the Sixers up by like 13 or 15. He had a good game, and when you every time you saw the Warriors make a little bit of a spurt, it felt like it was Quentin Grimes either hitting a big shot or getting into the lane, creating something. He had that crazy alley-oop to Adem Bona, who almost hit his head on the rim. So I thought Grimes had a good game, and, I'm not one of these like, oh my God, you have to play Jared McCain a certain amount of minutes. It's situational with just how bad he is defensively. It's situational, man. What are you guys talking about in the chat, man? Hit me. Thank you for being here. 177 people on DJ Eastwood TV. We've been stepping up on the boards recently. Andre Drummond, 12 rebounds. 6 offensive rebounds. Hey, look, when you struggle to rebound, maybe play Andre Drummond, Trade for who? I have no idea. I don't know. I am not Shams. I don't have any inside information. I don't know. But it feels like the 76ers are going to trade Andre Drummond to get under the luxury tax. It feels like that. I thought Maxey had a good floor general game. Great take. Music Lover, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. I thought Maxey had a good floor general game. I thought so, too. I thought, do the right thing. Play the smart game. When they're trapping you at half court, get the ball to VJ real quick and keep it moving. People wanted to trade Maxey for Kyle Lowry back in 2021. Let's see. What else we got, man? I don't think we trade Drummond. Warriors had 2 total free throws. Who are your trade targets? Who are my trade targets? I don't know, man. It's so hard to tell what the Sixers are going to do. They do something every trade deadline. Daryl Morey's done something every trade deadline since he's been the GM here. I love what Dominic Barlow's given us, So when I look at, in the starting lineup, I don't feel like we need much of anything. A player off the bench who can score, who's a little bit more consistent than Quentin Grimes, I guess would be nice. But where do you find that, I think if, last year, we were saying we need a player like Quentin Grimes, and Daryl Morey traded for Quentin Grimes. So maybe Quentin Grimes just steps up and keeps playing like he played tonight. Defense and rebounding, man. The Sixers need to stay healthy, and they need defense and rebounding. I think Bobby Portis is the perfect fit for that role. You know, a veteran who can stretch the floor, who plays hard, who plays defense, who, you know, he's just one of those guys. It reminds me of, I don't know why I think of Montrezl Harrell for some reason, because he was kind of cooked when the Sixers got him, but Montrezl Harrell, another guy, like, you could tell those kind of guys, it doesn't matter if it's a pickup game at a family picnic. He's going to be going hard, sweating, knocking people over, shit like that. He's that type of guy that people are like, hey, man, calm down, bro. This is just for fun. We're just having fun out here. He's out there trying to fight people, you know what I mean? I would love a Bobby Portis trade. If the Bucks trade Giannis and they end up, you know, trying to get rid of some other veterans on contracts or something like that, I would love a Bobby Portis trade. But really, I don't have a big trade idea for the 76ers. The only thing I keep seeing pop up is Giannis. And I keep seeing Sixers fans, they're like, we should trade for Giannis. It's a terrible idea. I've already said it a bunch of times why it's a terrible idea. You can't put Giannis and Joel Embiid on the floor together. There's no way in hell I'm giving up VJ Edgecombe for Giannis. Giannis is 30 years old. He's now, injured for the third time this season. He has calf injuries that are piling up. You want a 6'11" guy who relies all on athleticism, who is aging and has calf injuries, bro? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Isaiah Stewart, I don't know, bro. I think Isaiah Stewart's the kind of player that we like when we watch the Detroit Pistons, but it's only because we watch the Detroit Pistons like 3 times a season. I think if Isaiah Stewart played on this team, we wouldn't like him as much as you think. You really got to ask yourself, do you really feel like we can make a run, then make a trade? If not, sit on your hands. Well, Joel Embiid called him out already. He said, you know, all we do at the trade deadline is duck the tax. Hopefully this season we make a move to get better. Let's call it what it is. I'm going to ask the chat a question right now, and then we're going to go over to some NBA trade deadline talk and react to the NBA news and stuff like that. Let's call it what it is, okay? If there's a taker at the trade deadline, and his trade value is probably not very high because he plays half a season and then he, you know, gets popped for prescription meds or something like that. If there was a taker for Paul George at the trade deadline, would you do it, yes or no? My answer? I'll do anything. If I'm the 76ers president, I'll do anything I have to do to get away from paying Paul George $52 million a season to play half of the games, show up when he wants, give you 10 or 12 points, and sit out 3 more games with knee soreness, and then get popped for prescription meds that he claims is a mental health medication, which doesn't make any sense because mental health medications are legal in the NBA. And if it had Adderall or something in it, all you have to do is tell the NBA, I have a doctor prescribe me Adderall for ADHD, whatever it is, they would approve it. They would not suspend you 25 games. You're lying. Everybody knows you're lying. Promiscuous P. Yeah, I would do everything, anything I had to do to get off that Paul George contract. I would trade him. If it was possible to trade him for nothing, I would do that. If it was possible to trade him for nothing, I would do that. If I have to give up 2 second-round picks to get rid of him, I would do that. Well, I want to get rid of Paul George because I never wanted him here. I want Saddiq Bey. Saddiq Bey would be a nice addition, too. It might be recency bias, though, because he just dropped 34 on us or something like that, right? But Saddiq Bey would be a nice addition, too. And the Sixers are 3-0 in the podcast P suspension era. You know, there was so many people telling me when he got suspended that this hurts the Sixers and we need Paul George. And I just don't feel like that's true. I always say how good he is at what he does. I always say he's a great defender. I always say he's a good connector. He's a good facilitator. But when I watch the Sixers with Paul George, and then I watch the Sixers without Paul George, just the straight eye test. We're not talking stats, defensive ratings, advanced numbers, nothing. When I watch the Sixers with Paul George and without Paul George, I don't see a difference. That's what I'm saying. So you're paying $52 million a year for a guy that doesn't make a difference. Insane signing by Daryl Morey. But anyway, let's get over to NBA Central and look at some NBA stuff, man, before we get out of here. Updated rookie ladder. Let's look at it, man, because VJ's been balling a little bit, man. We got Cooper Flagg, Con Kneppel, VJ Edgecombe, Derek Queen, Cedric Coward. Cedric Coward's an interesting one. I don't even feel like I have seen anything from that guy this season. Maybe I'm sleeping. I've seen a lot from Igor Demon over in Brooklyn. I've obviously seen a lot from Derek Queen. I've seen some stuff from Maxime Reynaud, even against the 76ers. That was the Kings game, right? Dylan Harper. Ace Bailey snuck his way in there at number 10. VJ's third on the ladder, man. I can live with that. And I'm fine with Con Kneppel being number 2. Con Kneppel's balling out of his mind for a rookie. And the New Orleans Hornets. New Orleans Hornets? No, that's the Pelicans now. The Charlotte Hornets have won 7 games in a row for the first time since 2000. Dude, I forget what they said. I was listening to NBA radio yesterday. 2015 or something like that. The Hornets might be doing something, man. The Hornets might be doing something. Let's see if we can find some trade rumor type stuff, okay? The Warriors are expected to keep Jonathan Kuminga if they don't land Giannis Antetokounmpo. Dude, why are the Warriors... How many seasons are they going to refuse to get rid of Jonathan Kuminga? I don't even understand it, man. And if Giannis doesn't get traded, what are any of these teams doing? Because Giannis got to go. How could after all of this Giannis come back to Milwaukee? The Lakers and Draymond Green have mutual interest. I did see yesterday that the Warriors are willing to trade Draymond Green. Bro. The Lakers and Draymond Green have mutual interest, man. He's cooked, man. He's cooked, bro. What are we doing, NBA teams? He has a gray beard, dude. He's 50 years old. Go ahead, Lakers. Go ahead. Please trade for Draymond Green. See where that gets you. Now, there was another rumor that the Cavaliers are trying to get Giannis and LeBron James on top of the James Harden situation. And somebody sent that to me in a DM. And my response was, yeah, great idea, bro. Good luck with 37-year-old James Harden and 42-year-old LeBron James. Does anybody realize that you have to play defense in the NBA? Is this just everybody playing 2K? Is that what this is? Good Lord, man. Good Lord. God bless you. God bless all of you. Let's continue, man. There's belief that the Heat can pull off a Trae Young type trade for Ja Morant. Look, I remember the rumor that Ja Morant wants to be in or would like to go to Miami. Now, Ja Morant, Miami nightlife, terrible. Terrible idea. I don't know how you get Ja Morant to Miami and keep him out of trouble. But the fact that they feel like they can pull it off with a Trae Young type of trade, because what this is saying is that, like, not for much, right? Trae Young didn't go for much, right? And I think Ja Morant is the same, you know, because the off-court issues, his bitch-ass attitude, he's also not a good three-point shooter, so his athleticism isn't going to carry him for much longer. Yeah, I don't think Ja Morant has a ton of value. That might be true. Let's see if we can find some trade rumors. Chicago Bulls are looking to trade Mike Conley. Not going to lie to you, didn't even know he was on the Chicago Bulls. I don't know. I thought Mike Conley was still on the Wolves, to be totally honest with you. I know the Celtics traded for Vucevic. Maybe I'll give my opinion on that in a second. This one's funny. The Pelicans reportedly believe they have a playoff roster and are not interested in trading their core players. Look, man. Look. And if I'm the New Orleans Pelicans, I'm not trading, obviously, Jeremiah Fears or Derek Queen. I don't want to trade Trey Murphy. I don't want to trade Herb Jones. Who just got traded? Omizi, what are you talking about? Omizi said he just got traded. Who did? Ja Morant? Jay Black, Ja, the best player in the league for real. Are you high? Jay, you smoking in the middle of the day, bro? Are you smoking in the middle of the day? Yeah, if I'm the Pelicans, I'm not interested in trading the young guys that can help you win. I am very much interested in trading Zion Williamson. If I'm the Pelicans, you got to get him up out of there. We'll see what the Pelicans do, but at all. Pacers Bulls have discussed an Ayo Dosunmu move for Benedict Mathurin trade. That's a wash, right? The Grizzlies dramatically dropped their asking price for Ja Morant. Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland didn't enjoy playing together. Of course they didn't. We got to stop putting 2 point guards together, which is still why I don't understand the James Harden trade to Cleveland. Unless it's just salary cap relief because they owe Darius Garland 3 years, $150 million. And you could try to win this season with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. And if it doesn't work, Donovan Mitchell's probably going to leave in the 2027 offseason. And then you can just buy out Harden and clear a bunch of cap space and go after either big free agents or try to get back to the top of the draft and go full tank mode. So I really think Harden to the Cavs is more of a cap relief thing than anything. But yeah, that's just me. Who's gonna want Zion? I don't know. Not me. Not me. Not my team. He was talking about Conley just got traded yesterday to the Bulls. Oh, he just got. Oh, that makes sense why I didn't know Mike Conley was on the Bulls, because he just got traded to the Bulls. Sixers got 56 rebounds. No way. Wait, we have the best rebounder in the league per minute. I know, right? Imagine playing Andre Drummond. What else we got here in the NBA news, man? Wait, what happened? Let me go back to NBA Central quick, man. We'll continue to chop it up. And then I have a little bit of a rant, okay? Then I have a little bit of a rant, an unk rant, all right? Let me get back to where I was, man. Oh, this is a new one, right? The Kings are interested in Ja Morant. Not the Kings. Yeah, go ahead, Kings. Go ahead, King. The Kings might be the worst managed team in the NBA. That would be such a Sacramento Kings move to trade for Ja Morant. That would be such a Sacramento Kings move. Harden didn't ask for a trade, dummy. How you know that? How you know that? LeBron 23 in the chat. How do you know that? Because James Harden said he didn't? Oh, wow. That must make it true, huh? Just like Paul George said he took a mental health medication and got suspended for 25 games, huh? Because he said it. Must be true, huh? Couldn't possibly be a liar, right? Couldn't possibly be a liar, right? What else we got, man? Let's see. There's got to be some good trade stuff in here, man. The trade deadline is tomorrow at 3 p.m. More Ja Morant stuff, more Cleveland Cavaliers stuff. LeBron James. Sources close to LeBron James view the Cleveland Cavaliers as an obvious destination for him this summer. Retire, bro. Hang it up. Hang it up. We got a Keith Pompey bomb. Or you guys aren't trolling, bro? You guys aren't trolling? What do we got? Don't tell me in the chat. Don't tell me in the chat. What do we got? Why can't I find Keith Pompey, dude? Did he block me? Hey, yo! Dude, did Keith Pompey block me? Wait a minute. Oh, there he is. He didn't block me. He didn't block me. What are you talking about? He hasn't tweeted for 6 hours. Keith Pompey bomb. Pompey eruption. All right, Jason GTS. You're lucky we're not on the main channel because I would have banned you for that. I would have banned you for that. You're lucky we're on the backup channel and I don't... No, you know what, dude? Fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro. Take that. Take that. Take that. Let's continue, man. Why do people do that? What does that get you? Saying Woj bomb or Shams bomb or Keith Pompey bomb so that I go to Twitter and see that there's nothing. What does that get you? It's just, I don't get it. And now my web browser froze, man. You guys are fucking up the whole show, bro. Come on! I'm gonna smash my laptop. This isn't even a laptop, it's a desktop. I'm gonna smash my whole computer, bro. Dude. Oh my god, my whole Google Chrome has been freezing lately. What's up with that? IT, where are you at, IT? Technical support. I can't get it to unfreeze, man! Oh my god. Oh, now when I click off, okay. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's continue, man. Let's continue. The Bucks want Jaden McDaniels and multiple first-round picks from the Timberwolves in a Giannis trade. Oh, if I'm the Timberwolves, I'm doing that in a heartbeat. If I'm the Timberwolves, I'm doing that in a heartbeat. Jaden McDaniels and multiple first-round picks? Sign! Where do I sign? Where do I sign? You guys think Giannis getting traded before tomorrow at 3 p.m.? You guys think Giannis getting traded, yes or no? Yes or no? So there's not much. There's not much trade news rumors going on right now. The Bucks, who would prefer not to trade the face of their franchise, believe a bolt of lottery luck in May could still keep alive Milwaukee's dream of convincing Antetokounmpo to extend the relationship. Yo, the Bucks think that they can keep Giannis, be so bad that they can tank and get into the lottery, and he'll want to stay there. What? You guys think he'll only be traded in the summer? Most people say they think he'll only be traded in the summer. Well, we'll see. So there's not much there, man. So listen, before I get out of here, here's the rant that I have, man. I had an unk moment today. Well, first of all, this whole my main YouTube channel getting locked thing is an unk moment because I fell for an email scam, like somebody's grandpa. You know what I mean? Oh, just for my bank account information. They said that I won $10 million and they were gonna put it in my bank account. Grandpa, you lost all your money. No, that didn't happen to me, but I did fall for a fake sponsorship email, which is annoying that... It's annoying. It's so scummy that, like, scammers target YouTubers by saying, like, hey, you know, we're this company and we'd be interested in discussing a partnership and blah, 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 okay? And it happens all the time. Real companies, it happens all the time. So it's hard to tell when it's kind of hard to tell when it's a fake one. Once I looked back, it did kind of look fake, though. So I'm going to admit that. But anyway, I didn't give any personal information. I went to this creator portal and I put in I logged in with my YouTube channel, and I guess that was enough for them to do something. They hacked it. They changed the password. And then YouTube flagged it immediately for suspicious activity. You know what I mean? But it gets worse. It gets worse. Everything that I do is logged in through that email address. So once YouTube flagged it for suspicious activity, everything was gone. My TV logged out. My Google TV is logged in through that email. Okay, my TV logged out. It just put a screen that said, like, I don't know, you have been logged out or something. My son was, like, right next to me watching YouTube. He got kicked off of YouTube. Like my whole house turned off. And I was like, oh, shit, dude. I think I got scammed. And then I went to Google and tried to sign in, and it said that your password has been changed. And obviously, if my password was changed in Russia or somewhere, and I've been logging in Hershey, Pennsylvania for 6 years, that's suspicious activity. So they closed the email. So I need Google to let me back into the email so I can sign back into my YouTube channel. And we're getting there. I've been communicating with them on email and doing what they tell me to do. But here's even the worst part, okay? My YouTube TV that I pay $82 a month for is attached to that email address. I can't even watch YouTube TV right now because I can't sign in. What does that mean? That means I can't even watch Sixers games until I sign in to YouTube TV. There's no way for me to watch the damn Sixers game. So, I go over to Peacock, because I know NBC Philly is on Peacock, right? You could pay an extra whatever to get Peacock, to get NBC Philly on Peacock and watch Sixers games that way, okay? And that's what I did last night. I signed up for Peacock. That's $12 a month, okay? Then I paid $25 extra for NBC Sports Philly, which, by the way, yeah, you have Sixers games, but can I get a little production value for $25 a month? Anyway, I get the Sixers game on Peacock, okay? So it's a late game, 10 o'clock game, whatever. I'm sleepy at halftime. I'm like, I'm not really paying attention. I'm going to rewatch it in the morning and talk about it on YouTube. I go to rewatch the game this morning. It's not on Peacock. Where's the game? I find out that the replay of the game is not on Peacock. It's only on NBC Sports Philly on cable or on YouTube TV, which I can't log into. So I go to NBA League Pass. Of course, you can't watch it on NBA League Pass until 3 days after it was live. So I go and try a VPN. I can't even open NBA.com because it's detecting a VPN on my PC. So this morning, there was literally no possible way for me to rewatch the Sixers game. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. And another funny thing is, this may have been resolved sooner, but when I got the initial email from Google, YouTube partner support at google.com, I was so paranoid about scammers, I thought that was a scam. Dude, Google was trying to help me get my YouTube channel back, and I was ignoring them because I thought that was a scam. And they were like, we need you to fill out this form, and then we need you to give us your IP address and your backup email that you filled out the form with. I'm like, no. No. Make a new email and sign up with it. Brother, I pay $82 a month for YouTube TV. If you make a new email and sign up for YouTube TV, guess what you got to do? You got to pay another $82 a month. You're telling me right now in the chat to pay $160 to watch the Sixers game? And I just paid $35 on Peacock to get the game, man. And I can't even rewatch the game. Listen. What happened to TV, man? What happened to TV? What happened to TV? You could just turn it on. You just got the remote. You turned it on. And then you went to the channel you wanted. That was it. This is what we're doing now? Do a 7-day free trial with a random email. I actually did a 2-day free trial with 2 different emails to watch the Sixers' last 3 games. Now they're on to me. They know I'm making new emails. They're not accepting it. It says you're not eligible for a free trial. They're getting my IP address, and they know that I'm making more emails to try to watch it for free. But I'm already paying for it. Anyway, it's going to be resolved soon because I finally started responding to YouTube on the email, who's trying to help me get the channel back, and I was ignoring them because I thought it was a scam. They were even legit, bro. I swear to God, I have emails saying the guy, whoever's talking to me from Google or YouTube, he's like, I assure you this is not a scam. We're trying to be as transparent as possible. Please fill out this form. And I think all they have to do is get the form and match the IP address to tell that it's literally from my location. I'm filling it out from my location that I've been logging into for 6 years, and then they'll let me back into the YouTube channel. But they were trying to help me get it back, and I thought it was another scam. I'm paranoid. I feel like there's a dude in Russia over there like, yeah, give me that login information. Go click here, fill out this form, and then he's going to contact YouTube acting like he's me trying to get back into the thing. Dude, and it's just passwords and 2-step verification and 3-step verification and pass key and face scan, and what are we doing? What's the end result here, man? What's the end goal, everybody? What are we doing? And you know what the worst part is about all this technology? This happens to me all the time. Let me tell you what happens to me, okay? Here's what happens. If I try to do anything, here's what happens. All right? Say I try to make my son a separate Xbox account so we can play like a split-screen game together. We were doing this the other night. It's a true story, right? You hit the account, scan the QR code, okay? I scan the QR code. I'm on my phone, right? Make the account. Boom. Enter an email address. Boom. You're logged in. You're ready to go. Boom. You know what the TV says? An unknown error occurred. That shit happens to me all the time. I'll do all 10 steps to make 2-step security, 3-step face scan, QR code, password, backup password. I'll do every step there is, and the shit will say, an unknown error occurred. Oh my God. But yeah, we are, the main YouTube channel is going to be back soon. But thank you for being here on DJ Eastwood TV. Thanks for tuning in again. Sixers win. I'm staying positive right now. I know the YouTube channel is coming back. It's not a big deal. It sucks that I haven't been making any money on YouTube. So there's that. But I'm trying not to be too upset about it. Things happen. Life comes at you fast. Problems arise. You solve them. Life's never going to be problem-free. Even if you're at the top, if you feel like you made it, if you're successful, whatever it is, there's always going to be issues. Life's always going to throw things at you. And this is a very minor thing, I believe, and it's going to be over soon, and we can all forget about it. But that's it, man.